Hello, everyone. Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day, Wednesday, wherever you are around the world. It's been a while, of course, from the post-match reaction that we did against Spurs. Of course, last two games of the season coming up thick and fast, and look, 2 more weeks of Jurgen Klopp left as well, which again isn't nice to think about anyway. But hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well and all good and okay. But welcome back to another Liverpool news episode for you guys this evening, which we are going to discuss Darwin Núñez. Now, of course, we'll be discussing everything that's happened with Darwin the last couple of days. Of course, we'll be speaking, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, with, of course, Darwin Núñez being linked to Barcelona. And, of course, we'll also discuss of course, what's happened in terms of the social media stuff as well concerning Darwin, and obviously the Instagram removal and so on. But again, let me know all of you are in the comments. Apologies, the show is early. Again, not the usual time because, again, the Champions League, look at last night, amazing. The Borussia Dortmund are in a Champions League final as well. Great. It is in that sense. I'm happy that Dortmund are in the Champions League final and PSG aren't in a final. I'd very much like the sense that Borussia Dortmund, a team like Dortmund has got to a Champions League final. And if Jadon Sancho can win a Champions League and take that back to Manchester United, and shove it in their face, then again that will be funny as well anyway. But we'll just dive straight in to the Darwin Núñez conversation, of course. Now, Sports, which I believe are published in Spain, said that Jorge Mendes has offered Darwin Núñez to FC Barcelona if Lewandowski leaves this summer. Of course, I think One's TV, I think they're from Spain as well, also reporting that Barcelona are very interested in Darwin Núñez. He is the number one option to replace Robert Lewandowski. Obviously, Alexander Isak as well from Newcastle is another option. Sport did also add onto their claim, saying there is still nothing decided between Barcelona and the future of Robert Lewandowski, but the great relationship between Ronaldo Rojo and Darwin Núñez could increase the possibility of the striker moving to Barcelona, which, look, of course, the rumours will be there because, of course, what's happened with Darwin on social media. Of course, if you guys haven't seen, or if you're not in the loop, then where have you been? But of course, Darwin did remove all the social media posts on or all the Liverpool references, apart from, I think, in his bio on Instagram. Of course, removed every single Liverpool photo. I believe this is like 3 or 4 days ago now. And look, at the time, I think everyone was a bit confused about what was happening as well, which, look, I think, to be fair, I think everyone, of course, Darwin hasn't had the best couple of weeks for Liverpool. Liverpool ourselves haven't had the best of weeks of each chat. Let's be perfectly honest. But look, I do think that there is a lot of people that need to calm down with the Darwin Núñez stuff. Personally, I feel like Darwin has improved massively this season. Look, he's massively frustrating. And that is something you're going to have to grin and bear with the top-class striker. Because, look, Darwin, he's not the finished article. Let's be perfectly, fine. Be aware of that. Darwin Núñez is not the finished article athlete. Nowhere near it. But what you do get in him is an unbelievable striker. I think people need to a little bit, take it easy in that sense. And look, it's the same with all the players. Like I've criticized, and this is the other thing as well. You can criticize a player, and I believe you can do that. But when you take it that next step and you take it that edge, that edge forward, no, totally unacceptable. And look, people can, clip me and say about Cody Gakpo, for example. There's been times this season where I've really hated Cody Gakpo and the way he's playing for the club because he can be better. And we've seen that against Spurs, again, in his more natural position where he was, one of the best players on the pitch, only behind Harvey Elliott on Sunday. It's the same with Darwin Núñez. Again, if Arnie Slot comes in and goes, oh, look, this is the position I want you to play. Liverpool do play more of a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 where the striker is basically the last man of attack, or again is the main focal point. Then that may benefit Darwin Núñez, and of course it may then allow him then to go on and score 30 odd plus goals in that sense. But again, we don't know that until next season. But what we have seen of him this season, again, he's got somewhere, I think, over 31 plus goal involvements this season for Liverpool, which when you look at the numbers from Luis Suarez and you look at the numbers from Sadio Mane, people who's been not compared to Darwin Núñez, of course, but obviously people have said, again, we want those type of players back at the football club in that sense. And look, what Darwin's done and the progression since he's been at the club, it has improved. Can he get a lot better? Yes, he can. And I absolutely can. But again, I do believe there is a world-class striker in Darwin Núñez. And look, of course, we'll get on to the final bit with Darwin and that stuff. But again, I can't see him leaving Liverpool in that sense neither. But big up Liam as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Saying even if they did want him, they could afford him because all their money problems. Lewis Steele is reporting that Liverpool got no interest in selling him to see Núñez big part of their future. Yes, of course, that was the last part that we did have to say towards the Darwin Núñez news, saying Liverpool stance on Darwin Núñez is that he's going nowhere and they see him as a key player in their plans for the future, which they should do. And look, I don't see a world where Liverpool don't keep Darwin Núñez. Again, they've got a lot of investment. I know that people go back to the Paul Joyce article and pieces on that where you have some people who said, you have Joyce saying that, oh, Darwin Núñez was very much a Jurgen Klopp signing, not a data signing in that sense. And look, he was. Again, certain data probably did lead Darwin Núñez into the conversation. This is why Jurgen Klopp probably picked him, because I think everyone's kind of attached on that. Obviously, more in recent weeks, the data team wanted Christopher Nkunku to replace Sadio Mane in the team, or to be added into the Liverpool front line. And obviously not Darwin Núñez in that sense. And I think, look, with Darwin, it's very much the sense as well where you saw the best in him at Benfica. You saw the qualities that he did have at Benfica. Look at the game in the Champions League against us, the two of them. It was the only goal-scoring threat for Benfica in that entire game. The game at Anfield, again, at that game, and you watched it, and it was unbelievable, the performance from Darwin. And that's the thing where under a new manager, under new certain system and tactics as well, look, it may benefit Darwin Núñez. We may see that 30 goal, league striker in that sense. And we don't know, but that's the thing. Darwin Núñez is 24 going on 25. He still has 3 or 4 years of development until he's at the peak level of a striker. You look at Harry Kane, again, Harry Kane has progressed to it now, but arguably Harry Kane's one of the best, one of, if not the best strikers in world football. And that's the thing. Striker is weird with it because it can just change in an instant, and that's an annoying thing for us. Of course it is, but for Darwin as well. Again, you could see his commitment towards the football club. You can see in certain games, well, the never give up attitude, and that's what you want from a player. Again, if he was missing these chances and then going, oh, do you know what, I'm not going to pull my shift in certain aspects, again, you would be annoyed by that. But I still think there is a very much world-class striker in Darwin Núñez for Liverpool anyway. But if Darwin goes, we won't miss him. Anyway, I think that's disrespectful, Phil. We will miss him. Again, 31 goal involvements this season. Only Mo Salah has more. Does Mo have more, to be fair? Yeah, Mo does have more in all competitions. Again, when you look at it like that, you're looking at Mane levels, you're looking at Firmino levels as well. I do think Darwin Núñez is definitely one of the best strikers in Europe. I just think, again, system wise, Is he a false nine? No. Is he an out-and-out number 9 that runs in behind? Yes. So what do you do with that? You benefit from that. Again, obviously this season, we've had Trent. Like Liverpool this season, at our best, and playing at our best, we've had Trent in the team. We've had McAllister. We've had Szoboszlai. We've had Jota as well. The best front three this season we've seen, in my opinion anyway, when they've been fully fit and rearing to go, was Jota, Darwin and Mo. Before AFCON, I think it was around maybe December time, just before then. Like, that was the main team. Was the front three was Jota, it was Darwin, it was Mo. And when those three were on fire, it's unbelievable. And then, of course, obviously injuries happen and so on, and obviously the lack of form in that, because again, Darwin is a very confident player. He builds on confidence. If if he's lacking in it, he doesn't perform. But of course, there is other things as well he has to work on. Like, you look at the missed chances against Everton, for example. Like those, you would think a capable striker would slot them away and not hit them so harsh. And what does he have to do for that? Is it something where a sports psychologist could work in with him? Is there something that, again, you've heard stories with Arne Slot and him improving players in certain areas where they've told the players to go, for kickboxing, for example, or I think there was even one to go swimming lessons or something like that with him as well. And that's the thing with Darwin Núñez. It could be something that, again, the new management team or somebody, sees in Darwin, they, change it, and then there you go. It completely switches of Darwin can produce for Liverpool. I know your guys' thoughts anyway in the comments. If anyone is watching on the repeat as well, let me know your guys' thoughts on it. For me, I don't see Darwin Núñez going anywhere personally. I can't see him leaving Liverpool. I can't see Liverpool selling him. If there was a bid of 70 million plus, but obviously I think they snapped their hand off for it, to be fair. But again, I do think Darwin Núñez has a massive future for Liverpool Football Club. I do think that going into the next season, maybe Arne Slot may take a liking to him, and he will absolutely be unbelievable for Liverpool next season. And I hope that is the case as well. To be fair, hopefully, anyway, fingers crossed, that is the case. And hopefully, Darwin Núñez again can have the summer off and just recharge and go again, because again, like I said, I do believe there is a world-class striker there in Darwin Núñez anyway. But we are going to leave it there for tonight, guys. It's only a short video. Again, I could have done this in a short, but I wanted to be live for it. I wanted to speak about Darwin Núñez briefly, because again, look, the last couple of days are obviously for him, obviously him deleting all his social media in terms of the Liverpool stuff. It's not great either, because again, obviously a rightful speculation in terms of his future, in terms of, again, what's his position at the football club. I think, again, all the journos have been asked about Darwin Núñez, I think, over the last week. I think all of them have said the same. Look, it's just one of those certain circumstances where, again, something's happened in terms of, again, it might have been, again, don't want to be seeing it, but again, hate on social media, and obviously, but I believe it was more towards the DMs in terms of the abuse towards Darwin Núñez, which of course isn't right at all. And he's just gone bugger it. And look, and that's the thing where people will, again, we're all human in that sense. Again, people have got other footballers, they can take it. No, like, again, everyone is human in that sense. And look, to the people that do that type of stuff, again, to me, you're not a supporter of any team, whether if it's a Liverpool player, a Man City player, a Chelsea player, a United player, an Arsenal player, doesn't matter. Again, you can criticize a player, but then when you're taking it that next step, again, just no, in my opinion anyway. But always back Núñez, but just misses too many chances. True, and again, I think you can critique him on that, but it's like I said, you can't take it that next step, because again, it's just unbelievable what people will do. Obviously, message and so on. And look, obviously, I know that the FA and that, I'm surprised nothing's been done about that neither. In terms of, again, like Liverpool not really acknowledging it. They probably did behind the scenes, but again, hopefully he is okay. He did look okay though with Araujo. I think they were at Disney World in France, I think it was. So again, look, obviously Paris, but again, hopefully, again, I think all the boys had a couple of days off, and hopefully he does come back recharged for the next 2 games, and take the form into next season anyway. But like I said, we're going to leave it there, guys. Anyway, if you are watching on the repeat as well, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and all that good stuff. Anyway, Panav, good seeing you. Nice one, Connor. It's good to see someone creating positives about Darwin. I agree. He needs more of a chance. Yes, he could be better. Would I sell him? No. Yeah, and I'm in the same boat. I think, look, next season will be telling. If he doesn't, like I said, if he doesn't take that next step up in development, if it's more of a backward step next season, then there's a conversation next summer of, okay, what do we do with Darwin? And do we sell him? Don't we sell him? But if there is, again, a jump in terms of progression, and again, he gets the same numbers, or again, you can tell there's certain differences that he brings to this Liverpool team. Again, that would be outstanding. But if it does go the opposite way, again, next season, there might be the conversation the Liverpool should be letting go of him. But for right now, I'd 100% keep Darwin Núñez. Keep him in the team. I think he could be the main striker for Liverpool. Just give him a chance under a new manager and see what happens, as well as what I would say. Anyway, but like I said, if anyone's watching on the repeat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new around here. But of course, Friday will be tomorrow. We probably will do a show probably around 9ish. Of course, it's Europa League tomorrow, but again, wanted to do an early one tonight because of the Champions League. Because again, Bayern Munich against Real Madrid, what hell of a game that's going to be. As well, obviously going to face Borussia Dortmund in the final. That's very, very good to see as well. So if anyone is watching that, then please do enjoy. Anyway, but if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've been Connor from the COP Council, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.